Hyderabad Circle, Telangana State, J. Swaminathan Garu, all the other distinguished general managers, the esteemed officers, staff of SBI, the extended family of SBI, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure, the duties of Reserve Bank of India, and what I really am so impressed with it is that it has taken on its shoulders social responsibility and social development, which is so essential in our country. It is the first bank to do this, and I'm so amazed at the work it has done in the past. As Swaminathan ji said in his speech earlier, I have read so much about the sensitivity of State Bank of India towards women. Gender sensitivity is always so much in this organization. Not only that, the representation of women is also very good in State Bank of India, which is so heartening and so necessary in our country. And of course, you had Arundhati Bhattacharya ji as the chairman, which made every woman proud. So a big hand to SBI. It's my privilege to be here amongst you, and thank you for inviting me to be part of the Women's Day celebrations. A very good evening to all the wonderful, beautiful ladies present here and the wonderful men who are supporting the wonderful ladies. A very, very happy Women's Day. I would like to share a few secrets about my journey. I was asked to by Bangaraju Garu and Hanumantrao Garu and Manoj and so many others who were coordinating this event so beautifully to speak about my journey. So here I am. I think the three mantras that worked in my life are passion, perseverance, and partnership. My passion for dance started when I was 5 years old, when my mother initiated me into learning this wonderful art form of Kuchipudi. Year after year, my love for this art form grew stronger. My mother herself was a dancer, but in that generation, the acceptance was not as it was for my generation. I think I'm fortunate about that our generation, the change started happening. Then a lot of people think it's a cakewalk for me and everything has come very easily. But I've also had to go through a lot of hardships, and but there are no regrets because it was my passion. And that's why I feel all of us should identify our passion and work towards it, and then there'll be no looking back. Perseverance, yes, it's a long and arduous journey of 47 years for me in the field of dance. And I must say that when I was in school, when they used to be playing and having fun times, I would be practicing. And in college days, all my friends used to make fun of me. Again, dance class, malla rehearsal, they would say. So, but then that made me, dance gave me so much of happiness, so I didn't feel that I was sacrificing also. I just did it because I loved the dance form. And then, but the difficult time was when, after marriage and after children, when the government of India puts a lot of responsibility and sends you as a cultural ambassador to various countries, and we have to do our best because so much of responsibility on our shoulders, and then you get a call from home saying that your daughter is running temperature or somebody else is unwell. Then women, being what we are, we become very apologetic and we start feeling guilty. That literally, it's so difficult. And I used to cry in the room, but then on stage, I would have this beaming smile and get involved in the character I was portraying, and nobody knew what I was going through. But it wasn't easy because dance చేసేటప్పుడు అవలీలగా అన్నీ చేయాలి. మనం అభినయంలో లీనమైపోయి ఆ పాత్ర చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. కానీ లోపల ఏదో ఉంటుంది, బయట మనం ఏదో చూపించాల్సి వస్తుంది ఒక్కొక్కసారి. But I think all women are amazing in multitasking and balancing their careers. The later stage, then I think partnership is also very, very important because we can't live in isolation. We have to have everybody around us supporting us. And the four men in my life have been very supportive. My father, my brother, my husband, and my son. They've always been very proud of me and egg me on. Then, of course, my extended family, all my students at Deepanjali have been amazing support. I would like to share that today in the morning, I was talking to my Shri Y.V. Reddy Garu, former Reserve Bank governor, and I was telling him that I'm coming to SBI, and he was very happy because he was the director at SBI, I think, thrice, and he had very good things to say about this organization. My brother is also from the financial sector, so, little, although I'm clueless about what happens most of the time, sometimes I tune in. And I know that the statements of SBI have firing influence on the financial markets, and it's called like the big brother everybody calls State Bank of India. And one another thing, my uncle was joking with me when I said I'm going for the Women's Day celebrations of SBI. He also told me that after the financial crisis, everybody would ask him, how did you manage? And the media and all would come up to him and say. And then he told me, what he told me was that he had 2 out of 3 Deputy Reserve Bank governors were women. So he out in his team, and so he told me that the women bring in so much of balance in thinking vis-a-vis the male macho thinking. So forgive me if I'm saying that. This is his quote, not mine. And so it's so nice to see all of you, because I know how difficult it is. All of you as daughters, wives, daughters-in-law, mothers-in-law, you're juggling so many roles before you come to your workplace, and it's not easy. And for everything, everybody points a finger at the lady, whatever happens. But so proud of all of you that you're able to multitask, and I think that's amazing. I have done many women-centric roles that have given me a lot of happiness in my dance journey. And it's so, I feel very excited doing the research, conceptualizing and getting into those women-centric characters. And I think I've done negative, positive, all the roles, so many I have done in my journey. And then I still remember once when I portrayed the role of Draupadi and how I was weeping on stage and how I was just imagining what happened to me and thought I was Draupadi. And after the program, I removed my makeup and I was just walking by, and a lot of people started calling me Draupadi Reddy. So, when we dance, that commitment, when we just get into the character. And most recently, what I really enjoyed doing and researching and portraying was Rani Rudrama Devi, because she was this warrior queen who ruled like a man. So, that energy, and we all have it. We can rise to any occasion. We have everything in us. We have, patience, and we have the intelligence. I feel we are a combination of Saraswati and Lakshmi and Parvati. We can do anything at a given time. So that's what I feel about our wonderful. And another thing I would like to tell you was, you'll be all surprised to know that women were forbidden from learning and practicing and performing Kuchipudi dance. Only men were allowed to dance. I don't know whether you know this, Swaminathanji, and many of you might not know it. So even the female roles, men used to dress like women and dance. And it's unfathomable to think that only in 1930, for the first time, women were allowed to learn and perform Kuchipudi art. So now I feel we've come such a long way, and especially after I received the national honor from the President of India very recently, I felt it was such a fulfilling thing that a woman who, we started so recently and we are able to reach such great heights. And I'm so happy to share with you that so many men have appreciated this. And the first one to tweet after me receiving the award publicly was our Vice President Venkaiah Naidu Garu, who publicly congratulated me and honored me. Then the first phone call of congratulations was from our governor, Narasimham Garu, who called and said, you've done us all proud. So, it's so nice to get a pat on the back from men, and it's really very nice, and also from these great dignitaries. My heart swelled out with pride on Republic Day when Lieutenant Bhavani Kasturi led a contingent of 144 male army personnel. It was an awesome moment for every woman. Then, of course, we have our sports stars, our Sindhus, our Sainas, and of course, this little girl who hasn't come, Malavat Purna also. All of them. Then Indra Noi, and we can go on and on. And closer to home, I'm very proud of my students from Deepanjali. Because, in today's world of westernization, it is so nice that they're all spending so much time into learning about our rich cultural heritage and how beautifully they're balancing the rigor of education with, dance. Now it's board exam time and they're all still coming and performing. They're performing on a daily basis. During makeup time, they're reading, what all they have to prepare for the next day, and then things like that. So I feel very proud of all my girls. They're all engineers, doctors, fashion designers, architects, and state toppers. And learning any art form also gives you so much of self-confidence, and it helps for the all-round development, the memory, which I'm seeing in my students nowadays. And the happiest moment is when after marriage and even after children, they come back to dance, and now they're starting their own schools, not only in our country and abroad also. I have my lovely girls continuing this wonderful art form, which makes me very, very proud. I would like to conclude. She said few words. I said few sentences. So it's been. No. I'm just pulling your leg. It's a lovely experience being here and being honored. I thank State Bank of India, and I would like to conclude by saying that it's a wonderful moment to see the younger generation, the younger lot, to walk strong and upright, shoulder to shoulder with all the men. And I only now, I don't know whether I'm in a position even to advise or anything, but I feel that we should make a place for ourselves with our merit and a strong moral code. Thank you so much, and happy Women's Day.